Hello, 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 every nyan. We are doing Jingle Jam stuff. But also streaming and editing. I was thinking it could be cool to add like some kind of meme behind my character. Do I have anything good to put back there? Yes, actually. Hold on. Not new folder, new source. And it's gonna be a video, a media file. Yes. Add new source. Add source, locate file. Space Sudandi. And then I need to do more stuff. Endless stuff. Dramatic dandy, right? So I want that there. And I want it at the bottom. Just above the background. And I want to scale it in. No. Dramatic dandy. Yeah. Hello? Oh, do I need to make it loop? Loop, please. Okay, and I'll have it here, right? And then when I open up Premiere Pro, it's covering it. But if I click off Premiere Pro for whatever reason, it's playing. Yeah. And then I'll do another source. Okay, that's fine. I need a few other things I need to do. Let me throw up some stuff. Okay. And I'm live. Presumably it's all still working. Yes. Okay, yep, there I am. If you want to donate, go to this link. There we go. That's all good. Okay, now I gotta make a TikTok. Give me a sec. This is all very fun and games. If only I had some assistance. Because I've been editing on stream recently, and by recently I mean for the last few months, I decided to join the Jingle Jam, which you can join. Oh, fuck. I was also talking into the mic, not into the camera. You can now donate to the Jingle Jam through our streams for the rest of the month. Oh, God. I'm going to try that one again. You can now donate to the Jingle Jam through our streams. Woo! No. Let's try one more time. Get the cup out of the way. You can now donate to the Jingle Jam through our streams. Just click the link and then I go on to Tiltify. It takes you to the Merry Kiwi is Jingling and Jammin' page. It's just the Yogscast Jingle Jam. You can support them or any of the YouTubers and streamers who are doing it, but also you can support through us. I thought it would be fun to do that as well. Yippee! Cool, now I'll make that into a TikTok. Now donate to the Jingle Jam through our stream. Gotta add captions, it's very important. I had to F11 because I don't get to see my tabs. Cool. Sorry, it's not loading my sounds. Hello? Alright, well, I'll let that load. And I'll do a cut. A cut on the old video. Oh, you know what? I need to post. Oh, God, there's so many things to post. Been going for 5 minutes. I haven't done any editing yet. No, let me do a cut. Let me do a cut. Animation techniques are improving, but the country is quickly militarizing. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. Both of these elements are expressed. Okay, well, immediately I need to redo that one. Proving, but the country is quickly militarizing. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. Yeah? Is quickly militarizing. I'm excited to see. It's a bit loud. Maybe I cut here and I drop that one. Nope, drop this one. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. I didn't sound excited. Proving, but the country is quickly militarizing. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed in the anime of this time. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed in the anime of this time. And then I move on to this line. This era has quite a lot more anime. At 75 elements are expressed in the anime of this time. Nah, because I then go and talk about. But the country is quickly militarizing. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. Yeah, that sounds alright. As long as I don't cut everything up. Okay, now I've done the cut. Let me grab this, and I've got to open another tab, and then I've got to go back. I'm multitasking too much. Okay, well, I'm going to put that in drafts, because stuff's not loading, and then I'll reopen it. And then, are you going to let me add sound? Oh, you are? Okay, cool. Yeah, it was just broken. Jingling and jamming, that's the TikTok done. Post. Cool, done. Next. Create a post for a video. Can I like post the link in here? I feel like doing all this all at once is going to be 10 minutes! Jesus Christ. Okay, post. Okay. Now that's done. That's done. And that's done. let me find some music to play. What feels good? Cozy gaming? I feel like I shouldn't be on YouTube music. I should be on, like, regular YouTube. Because I can more specifically control it. Feels smarter. YouTube, feel free to load faster than that. Okay. What vibes do I feel like? What vibes? How about some... Nah, because this is kind of sad. Ah, fuck it. Persona 4. There you go. Now I can start editing. There you go. There you go. Okay, done. Fantastic. So, I've done this. This is done. This is the immediately coming after this. I'd spent a couple of days right in the next section, unsurprisingly. But now it's done, and I'm going to do all of the war section this week. That is my declaration of war. The warring period is a fascinating time for anime. Animation techniques... how would I sound like here? Characters. Well, the time of... Yeah, that's kind of what I sound like. For anime. Animation techniques are improving, but the country is quickly militarizing. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. Okay. This era has quite a lot more anime, at 75 in a 15-ish year period. I think it sounds okay. Period. Still a far cry from the 389 anime that came out in 2024. Side note, I think I'm gonna redo that bit as well. This might be a lot of redoing. I didn't like a lot of my takes initially. This era was quite a lot. This era has quite a lot more anime at 75 in a 15-ish year period. Still a far cry from the 389 anime that came out in 2024. That felt pretty good. We're about to find out. I'm lost. I'm lost in my own voice, in my own script. Where am I? Oh, here. Okay, cool. This era was quite a lot. This era has quite a lot more anime at 75 in a more anime at 75 in a 15-ish year period. Still a far cry from the 389 anime that came out in 2024. It was quite loud. Cry from the 380. It's really fucking loud. Anime. Side note: finding the total number of anime. You know, if it's too loud, I'll just bring that section down. In, like, terms of tone and execution. Did I post that one on the... well, I should be able to find it if I go on here and then go on here. Go on post. Do 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 do. Ba 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 bum dun dun da dun dun da dun 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 da 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 bum bum dun. Do do dum dum do do dum dum do 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 dum dum do do dum dum do do dum 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 dum. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Side note: finding the total number of how. Side note: Oh, I didn't like that wet sound. Side note: will click remover get rid of it? Click remover. Side note: I might redo this line too. A pain. Seemingly nobody could. Oh, it's not bad. Side note, finding the total number of anime for 2024 was a pain. Yeah, I'm gonna redo that line too. Endlessly redoing lines. Yeah, sounds about right. No. I do need another monitor. 9 anime that came out in 2024. Side note, finding the total number of anime in 2024 was a pain. Seemingly nobody could agree. Side note, because there's like too much of a build up while I was thinking. Side note, finding the total number of anime in 2024 was a pain. Seemingly nobody could agree. Yeah, that's wet. That was bad. Wet mouth is bad mouth. Bad mouth is bad mouth. Sippy sippy. I need to like slow down my body because I'm gonna be at this until I'm done is my plan. Not until I'm bored or EP, which is always me, until I'm done. The total number of anime in 2024 was a pain. Seemingly nobody could agree, so I just looked at AniChart. Okay, bad take. And added the 4 seasons together. 4 seasons together. Not sure if these numbers count Yeah, my throat was bad today. Not sure if these numbers... Yeah, all that's bad. Pain. Let me redo that too. Of anime in 2024 was a pain. Seemingly nobody could agree, so I just looked at AniChart and added the 4 seasons together. Not sure if these numbers count leftovers between each season though. That's a problem for future us, but it works for illustrative purposes. Seemingly nobody could agree, so I just looked at AniChart and added the 4 seasons together. Yeah, I knew that sounded bad. And added the 4 seasons together. Not sure if... Yeah. I got mucus in my soul. Nobody could agree, so I just looked at... Again, another one. Was a pain. Seemingly nobody could agree, so I just looked at AniChart and added the 4 seasons together. I don't like it. And added the 4 seasons together. Again. Was a pain. Seemingly nobody could agree, so I just looked at AniChart and added the 4 seasons together. Not sure if these numbers count leftovers between each season though. That's a problem for future us. Seemingly nobody could agree, so I just looked at AniChart and added the 4. Wet. I can never escape. So I just looked at AniChart and added the 4 seasons together. Oh my god, it's too wet. I need to dry my mouth out or not be too close to the mic. Seemingly nobody could agree, so I just looked at AniChart and added the 4 seasons together. Not sure if these numbers count leftovers between each season, but that's a problem for future us. Not sure if these numbers count. Seemingly nobody could agree. Oh my god, did you hear it? Seemingly nobody could. It's the wet mouth sounds. So I just looked at AniChart and added the 4 seasons together. Not sure if these numbers count as. Not sure if these numbers count leftovers together. Not sure if these numbers count. You can hear my mouth opening. annoying the fuck out of me. Not sure. If I cut there, does it sound bad? Like there. Together. Not sure if... No, it's in there. If these numbers count leftovers between each season, but that's a problem for future us. Yeah, that's an okay take. I accept this. These numbers count at... Not sure if these... That's a problem for future, but it works for illustrative purposes. Illustrative purposes, my ass. That's a problem for future us, but it works for illustrative purposes. Tangent over. Tangent over. What bit do I like? What bit do I like? But it works for illustrative purposes. But it works for illustrative purposes. For illustrative purposes. But it works for illustrative purposes. Works for illustrative purposes. But it works for maybe I like the first half of this one. Future us. But it works for illustrative. Cut there. No, cut that one. And then do that. But it works illustrative. But it works illustrative purposes. Works for illustrative. I don't know. Works for illustrative purposes. Tangent. I guess I'm redoing that line too. Between each season, but that's a problem for future us. But it works for illustrative purposes. Tangent over. I want the over to be a bit weird. I don't know. But it works for illustrative purposes. Tangent over. I'll come back to that. I don't know if I love the way I said over there. That's a problem for future me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What's this one? Tangent over. Tangent over. I said it the exact same way both times. Now that's impressive. And this is me coughing because I'm dying. Yep. I'll clear my throat specifically. So annoying, man. Let me drink some tea. We have a little sip of my tea. Ah, that's good tea. Gonna put me to sleep at this rate. What is vibrating? I keep feeling like I can hear something vibrating. I keep thinking it's my phone. Let's check out some 1930s anime, shall we? Let's check out some 1930s anime, shall we? Some 1930s anime, shall we? The first anime we have in this time period is 1931's Amiya Tanuki, or that's okay. 1931's Amiya Tanuki, or the Candyman's Raccoon Dog Dance, or the Candyman's Raccoon Dog Dance. Yeah, see, my throat was rough. It's about a Tanuki entertaining. So if I have to redo half of this later, yeah, that sounds about right. It's about a Tanuki entertaining children by dancing and transforming. The anime. Transforming. The anime. That's the deep breath of, do I need to redo that take as well? And it's about a raccoon dog dance. Yeah, I think it does sound like that. You're right. Good job. Don't mute that. The Candyman's Raccoon Dog Dance. It's about a tanuki entertaining children by dancing and transforming. The animation is getting a lot more complex than a decade earlier. Thought I'd redo that line as well, because I assume having two is better than having none. It's about a tanuki. See, my voice is already better because I've been talking for a bit, like 20 minutes, and my voice is loosened up. All the molecules have separated. What am I talking about? Tanuki entertaining children by dancing and transforming. The animation is getting a lot more complex. The animation is getting a lot more complex than a decade earlier. The frequency of motion is a lot more complex than a decade earlier. Yeah, but I sound less excited. So I'm going to do this one. The animation is getting a lot more complex than a decade earlier. The frequency of motion is increasing. The frequency of motion is definitely increasing. I'm also... I need the music to be louder. I need this vibe. The frequency of motion is definitely increasing. I'm also like 80% sure he transforms into a minstrel show performer at one point with big round lips and white gloves he doesn't have in his Japanese form. If you want to learn more about minstrelsy, The Lost Crusader has a really interesting video on Japan and their relationship to the depiction of black people. If you want to learn the depiction... Turn down again. Heartbreak, you tell me goodbye. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this really isn't that long of a section. Well, doing it in these small chunks I feel like is helpful. When it's like... I get like an end point and I get the dopamine from ending that section, you know? 1931 also gave us Saru Masamune. The first anime to have the military genre. The first anime to have the genre military. It's about a military. Ooh, military. A soldier who has to deliver a letter to his lord. What that meant. Oh, with the day, yeah. So in this we hold you. Day after day, yeah. Day after day, yeah. Your vision, you get to put me. You say you never a hero. Your vision, your vision. On his journey, he saves a monkey and its child and is gifted a sword. He uses it to slay a boar and then learn of a shortcut. What's that? Gifted a sword. I'll keep that breath in, I think. A sword. He uses it to slay a boar and then learn of a shortcut. Ah, you fucker. To slay a boar and then learn of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly, becoming a samurai for his deed. redoing that line, I think. He uses it to... Okay. Hit record. Its child and is gifted a sword. He uses it to slay a boar. Okay, let's try that again. He uses it and its child and is gifted a sword. He uses it to slay a boar and then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly. Which lets him deliver the letter quickly, becoming a samurai for his deeds. All in all, it was pretty entertaining. He uses it to slay a boar and then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly. Learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly. Which lets him deliver the letter. Shortcut which... Yes, I agree with myself. That did need another take. Which lets him deliver... Which lets him... Remember that? And learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quick. Which lets him deliver the letter quickly. Lets him deliver the letter quickly. Maybe that. Shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly, becoming a samurai for his deeds. All in all, it's that fucking nose thing that I just can't stand on myself, where you can hear like a kind of thing. Sword. He uses it to slay a boar and then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter. Uses it to slay a... I'm just doing that whole section again. Oh man. And then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter. He uses it to slay a boar and then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly, becoming a samurai for his deeds. He uses it to... child and is gifted a sword. He uses it to slay a boar and then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly, becoming a samurai for his deeds. Yeah. Okay, kill that bit. Cut that bit. Drop you there, drop you there. Child and is gifted a sword. He uses it to slay a boar. I want to cut that a little bit closer like that. A sword. He uses it to slay a boar and then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly, becoming a samurai for his deeds. All in all, it was pretty entertaining. Because of the military genre. Because of the... I was active... Because of the military genre, I was actively looking for propaganda. So when... All in all, it was pretty entertaining. Because of the military genre, I was actively looking for propaganda. Because of the military genre, I was actively looking for propaganda. Because of the military genre, I was actively looking for I think my cat. Because of the military genre, I was actively looking for propaganda. Yeah, see, I don't sound excited in that next take, but I should be able to. I was active. Much louder here too. That's, I think I'm at like a distance for streaming where I'm comfortable, and then when I talk into the microphone or the voiceover, I get way too close. I was actively looking for propaganda. So when the monkeys he said. Did it go down again? It did. It's going down per song, which is fascinating. And no way through the thing. Fast enough from the door. And no way through. It went down again. You're allowed to be a bit loud. I control you. Yeah, that's fine. So when I close this, yeah, you get your dandy. That's fun. I like that a lot. So when the monkeys he saves start treating him with reverence, it read weird. They even go so far as to carry him around for part of his journey. Was this just for fun, or was the Japanese soldier saving natives only for them to swear loyalty to him, representing something? Only for them to swear loyalty to him, representing something. I'm gonna redo that line. Part of his journey. Was this just for fun, or was the Japanese soldier saving natives only for them to swear loyalty to him, representing something? You know, actually, that's fine. It pulls on a specific folklore archetype, where a person is... It pulls on a specific... You can tell I cleared my throat there. I'm not gonna play it, but I did. See, I did not tell it to get louder there. It pulls on a specific folklore archetype where a person is rewarded. Archetype where a person is rewarded. Archetype where a person is rewarded for showing kindness to an animal. So maybe the military aspect is that he's just a soldier. However, this was made just before one of Japan's most intense periods of imperialism, so just say it to myself, I'll redo any line that's bad. I'll redo it later. It's fine. I'll redo it later. This might not take me that long, actually. We'll see how long this section actually is. It went up again. It was directed by Murata Yasuji, who was quite prolific in the late 20s. Directing Kobutori Hanasaka G. Late 20s. The late 20s, directing Kobutori, Hanasaka Jisan and Taku Nahone. By the 30s, the storytelling and animation... Murata Yasuji was a master of cutout. The storytelling and animation by the 30s. The storytelling and animation of his projects had improved immensely. Murata Yasuji was a master of cutout animation. He continued directing... Murata Yasuji was a master of cutout animation. He continued... was a master of cutout animation. He continued... He continued directing for the next few years before leaving the door open for the next generation of Japanese animators. Might redo that line. But yeah, that's the next section done there. How long is this actually going to be? Like 2 minutes? Take me a couple hours to edit. It's okay. And then I guess I'll go back to writing after. I really wanted to just edit. You know, do some editing. What are we thinking? 2 minutes 30. Okay. It's a good chunk of this period. And then, hold on, let me look at the script. So that's that, and then there's okay, not too much after this. The warring period is a fascinating time. Okay, so yeah, this comes right here. I don't have the warring period, but then also I don't want to accidentally cut off any of this bit that I've done already. So maybe I will wait. This is the character, by the way. There he is. Oh, look at him. How do I want to execute this? I would love a monster right now. It went up again! What are you doing, bro? Stop going up and down automatically. I'm gonna change the song. You're gonna be weird about it. I couldn't remember Undertale, so I thought to myself, sans Undertale, and got there eventually. The warring period is a fascinating time for anime, and you know what I want, actually? I'd like to grab... Yeah, you don't need to be that far away. Saga Tiny Evil clips, yes. And I'll make it black and white, and I think that will look quite cool. I'll steal that idea I already had and used repeatedly. Why she's a major. Major. Maybe I'll use this section. The warring period is a bit laggy. Fascinating time for anime. Animation. Fascinating time for anime. I don't want it to fade to anime. Maybe like this. Maybe I'll move my little me like here. Oh, let's have her poke out the side like this. Okay, what's the luminetric color of the... I know it's around here somewhere. cool. Actually, no, I reused it at the beginning, didn't I? So if I go back to... somewhere around here, I think. The cliff I want. The benchy. The Wind Rises clips. This is the right one, right? Oh no, I haven't colored them. I thought I had. Damn, where did I use that? Pretty sure it was in one of my sections. The Wind Risers. Oh, in this? I'll find it. Here. Yeah. It should be black and white now. Yeah. The Warring Period is a fascinating time for anime. We're gonna make her black and white here. The Warring Period is a fascinating time for... Nah, actually, never mind. Time for anime. Animation... Cool, okay, now I want... Oh, I closed it. Okay, go history. Scroll. Sarumasamune, no. Yes, give me Momotaro's Divine Sea Warriors. It's gonna use a lot of this footage, I think. And then a download. Might take a hot second to download, so I might go to the toilet in that time. Done at that. Okay, now add my pissin text. Okay, BRB. I'm back. It was so cold down there. Anyway. Did the clip download that I wanted? It did! Well, it was all worth it then. This is long. This is a movie. I don't know what clips I want to use from it. We'll find out together. It's only going to come in as audio, isn't it? Yep. Go away. Come back. I do not need your audio right now. 1945 is Momentara's Divine Sea Warriors English subtitles.mp4. Let's increase the size of that bad boy to maybe there. Sounds good. What's the actual line? Anime of the spirit. Anime. Warring period is a fascinating time for anime. Animation techniques are in... For anime, okay. So I only want this briefly. That's a lot of information. I think this will be good because, like, this is so much better looking than, like, the anime we were just talking about. When does color come in, actually? Animation techniques are improving, but the country is quickly... Animation techniques are in... Time for anime. Animation techniques are improving, but the country is quick. Proving. Animation techniques are improving, but the country... I need to watch this movie properly. When are you going to talk about it at the end of this section, but I haven't got there yet. We're kind of doing a bit at a time, editing a bit, so we're still moving, you know. So where's a good point? Anyway, I had to immediately message because this is such a good evidence of, like, you know, what? Animation techniques are improving, but the country is quickly militarizing. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. This era... Okay, let's get something else from this era. Ba, da, da, ba, ba, da, 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 da. I've actually got a lot of the anime I need for this section. Oh, this is a weird one. Chimaniko no Ichichi. I'm addicted to Doots and Dats. Wait for that to download. Okay, while that's downloading, let me listen to the next bit. So this is... I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. This era has quite a lot more anime at 70... Okay, so this will be a old classic data presentation method of... Was I showing it on top of this? Oh, that's not what I was doing before. Oh, feck. Well, I guess I stopped doing it. That's fine, that's done now. Maybe I'll go through and change it later. But for now, back to paper. From here. That downloaded now. Whatever USB device is not working, it's not my keyboard, it's not my mouse, it's not my microphone, it's not my headphones. What bit isn't working? Stop pestering me about it. It's fine. Nice. Kyoji Nishikura. Hold on, now I'm getting distracted. But who is Kyoji Nishikura? Kyoji Nishikura. Kyoji Nishikura did Tora-chan and Orphaned Kitty. Okay. The Plains Krabby Lucky Day, Tacos Bag. We're definitely missing some. It's so frustrating because like there's only so much we can do with what we've got. And I wish I'd noticed that we were missing so much before we did all the data collection and like marked everything down. So for the next one, when we do the 60s, I want to have our data and then go through every year and double check if we have the same amount as like Mal, for example. And if we don't, we add them in. Okay. Rising. I'm excited to see how... Not just freeze frame there, are they? I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. This era... Cool. Now I need to go on to the data. So this is a big error, data-wise. I'm thinking I can't record because I am streaming. Okay, why don't I screenshot play 2. Okay, let me just do that. Select from here to here. No. Here to here. 71. Okay. Okay, and then from 71... But I could see 71, right? You know, actually, it's good anchoring. Wartime data 2. Okay. Go back on here. And then wartime data 2, wartime data 1, grab. This era has quite a lot more anime at 70. This era has and I'll pop that one in here. Thinking maybe like if I do like kind of in the corners, should be roughly the same size, so I should go to. Okay, no, that's gone. Like that, and then like that. And the slight overlap feels good. Quite a lot more anime at 75 in a 50. I still feel like data 1 needs to be bigger, like to overlap nicely. Just a little bit bigger there, and then you are a little bit bigger here, and then that feels better, I think. Era has quite a lot more anime at 75 in a 15-ish year period. Still a and then far cry from the 308 300 where did I save that? The Annie chart. An 89 anime that came out in 2024. Side note, finding the total 15-ish year period. Still a okay. So now I need to both pop in, small pop in. You know, if I leave enough gap, maybe it'll be fine. So I leave a gap there. And then drag you over, because I want to start putting the sound effects in. And this is that, and then it fades into this. I need to make sure to mark this properly, because this is obviously I haven't done this yet. Warring period. The warring period is a fascinating time for anime. Animation techniques are improving, but the country is right. What USB device is not recognized? I will lament. What do you want? What's your problem? Everything's working. You know when it's like USB device doesn't work and your mouse disconnects? That's what I was expecting to happen, but no, it just doesn't. It's not done that. What do you want from me? I don't understand. Doodle-doo. Quickly militarizing. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. This era has quite a lot. Okay, so I want a small pop in here. That's the click. Yes, you, thank you. And now I get to actually see how far I am in. So we're starting here on 20 minutes is the wartime, when the wartime section starts. Are expressed. This era has quite a lot more anime at 75 in a 15-ish year. And then I want more anime at 75. Have that come up on screen. I can see it bigger. Like that. And then I'll have it slide in. And this is where I'll use the click. Okay, at 75. I have it play. It's just like anime at 75. I feel like it's be a little louder, you know. At least against me. Maybe I need to drop this down one. Did I drop this down one? Like if I go here. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna drop this down by like 1. Get better as technology advances and more money is invested into animation. War. Ring period. The Warring period is a fascinating time for anime. Animation techniques are improving, but the country is quick. On average, it's on like minus 12, which is obviously low, but then like here it's
features as that of the protagonist of Namakura Gatana. However, I think I ended up leaning into a sort
so that's minus 12 as well.
We take for granted machines that can play audio and video in one neat package, but in the 1920s, this was the best.
Yeah, I think that's fine. There's I'm getting alarm fatigue. There's too much shit popping up on my screen. Like, hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Oh, this is an error. Error this. Oh, there's an error on OBS. Oh, is that? That's crazy. My microphone's unmuted. Is it unmuted? Did you notice anything? Okay, sometimes streaming adds its own level of stress. But then I would just be watching Malcolm in the Middle if I wasn't streaming. So at least I'm working on it. Cyberpunk beats to relax and mixed drinks too. Okay. Is quickly militarizing. I'm excited to see how both of these elements are expressed. This era has quite a lot more anime at 75 in a... Yeah, it feels like too early. Maybe I need to pull this here. Anime at 70. No. Back. At 70. One lower. At 75 in a 15-ish year period. Still a 5 in a 15. What is the actual time period here? It's in a 15-ish year period. Still a push between those two and then click like so. Yeah. Yeah? Nah. There. 15-ish year period. Still a far cry from the... Okay, now I want something to go there. Maybe something from whatever is right here. Pegalo Sakura, so. Okay, sure. Doom doom. Doom doom doom. Doom doom doom. Doom doom doom. Doom doom doom. Year period. Still a far cry from the 300 slow scale drop shadow. 89 389 anime that came out in 2024. Side note, finding the total number of anime in 2024. Space Dandy. Dandy. Oh, Dramatic Dandy. Dramatic Dandy. Let's go. Side note, finding the total number of anime in 2024 was a pain. Do I have banana fish in here? I do, yeah. Okay, I know what scene I want immediately. Oh, wait. See, this is why I wanted to be careful, because I'm dragging them in here, and that could have cut that off. That's exactly what I didn't want to do. I've got to remember, new clips go back here, because I've got this here. That's why I was editing on this side, but then I wanted to join here. You know what, I might just take this section here, and drag it over this side. Edit it here, because I've done the connection now, so I wanted this to feel good. And I've got, I've got a few little elements here, but I guess I can just drag it back. I don't want to delete any of my work by accident. That's what I'm saying. 720p scaler. That's all I wanted from that scene. That right there. Seemingly nobody could agree, so I just looked at any chart and added the... Seemingly nobody could agree, so I... Maybe here? Seemingly nobody could agree, so... Nah. So I just looked at any... and added the 4 seasons together. Not sure if these numbers count leftovers between each season, but that's a problem for future us. But it works for it. Look how I missed with the drum shadow. So I just looked at any chart and... Oh, I knew. Looked at... I can go from here. That's fine. But it worked. So I just looked at any chart and added the 4 seasons together. Not sure if these numbers count leftovers between each season, but that's a problem for future us. But it... Is it actually 75 anime in that period? I'm pretty sure it is. It's a lot. It is a lot. Well, then I should be able to see that information. Total anime 75, yeah, and then 26 after. So it's actually, this is the longest section. So that's, you know, interesting. Always interesting fun facts. That's what you come to the streams for. Confusion and interesting fun facts. problem for future us, but it works for illustrative purposes. Tangent, future us, but it How much did I say? 200 and 389. That looks good, right? And then I'll drop shadow, slight motion, go like that. Problem for future us, but it works for illustrative purposes. Tangent over. And then in the over, I'm gonna just kind of do this. Illustrative purposes. Tangent. You know what? Q. Just Q Chan MP4. Save. Try and drag it in again. Thank you. There's no audio to Q Chan. Oh yeah. I forgot I didn't remove the background, so she's like that. That's mostly fine. I just need to kind of adjust some of the color tolerance the other way. That looks right. Wobbly lines feels nice. The holes in the skirt don't feel nice though. Still a few. Still a couple. That might not be. Yeah, okay, that's fine. How do I want it? I want it to be like here. Yep. Oh. Tangent. Yeah. Tangent. Whoops. No, I want to drag this position like here. And then up a little bit from there. Tangent. Do like a smidge more of a bounce. Tangent over. Let's check out. Tangent over. Over. Let's over. Let's check out some 1930. There. Let's check out some 1930s anime, shall we? The first. Ooh. You like that? Over. Let's check out some 1930s anime, shall we? The first anime we have. I really should sort all these out so they're PNGs instead of JPEGs. Okay, and why do we have motion scale with any bounce? That's not what I wanted at all. Okay, I'm pretty sure that says key out green. Oh, okay. It's behaving weird. I'm gonna close it and reopen it. Yep. Don't know if it's my PC or that, but... Everything's lagging a little bit. Maybe I should get a PC upgrade. That would be nice. Anyway, let's get on with the spice. Do 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 do. It's frozen. Don't worry, you can watch Dramatic Dandy while I try and get this back. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now if I go to presets and I go to effects and I go to key out green. I drag it on. It is the right thing. Thank you very much. I don't mind it being a bit scrungly around here. I think it's kind of nice. Load it into full resolution. Thank you. Okay, still needs a bit. Yeah, I'll do. The first... I'm gonna use a clip from this one in the back there. Do I like the way this looks where it fades away? Tangent over. Maybe have a little swoosh. I haven't had a swoosh in a while. There. Oh no, it's when Kyu-chan comes up. I want the swoosh. The fade away is fine. Tangent over. Tangent over. Let's check out some 1930s anime, shall we? The first anime we have in this time period is 1930. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, that'll be terrifying if I put the CRTV effect on it. Oh, yeah, it is. The first anime we have in this time period is 1931's Amiya Tanuki. Nice, download Amiya Tanuki, but I'll adjust this first. Let me also cut that and bring that down here. I like it when it's all down instead of those big gaps like this. But this is fine here, but I'd rather, you know, it's all this one clip and then it just drops down. So they're all towers. Let's check out some 1930s anime, shall we? The first anime we have in this time period is It's already my nap time. What time is it? 1 PM? Yeah, it's my nap time. It's okay, I'll last. I've got a lot of editing to do left. If I rotate it. The first anime we have in this time period is 1931's Amiya. Why does it look so much better here? Can I... How long does it talk for? Oh, long enough that I kind of feel like I want the slightly nicer looking version. Is 1931's Amiya Tanuki. Okay. Now I need to get Amiya Tanuki. Where are we at? Amiya Tanuki. It is the earliest anime we have on our list. And I guess say more exciting music. Not to be mean to Cyberpunk Bartending Cafe. I really like Future Funk. If I'm gonna accept that this is just gonna be copyright anyway, because the last few have been, even though I've been trying not to, so fuck it. You make the move. You wanna get funky? You wanna get funky with me? Do you wanna get funky? Funky with me. You wanna get funky? Do you wanna get funky with me? Oh, I guess I got the fever. Or the Candyman's Raccoon Dog Duck. One's Amiya Tanuki, or the Candyman's Raccoon Dog Dance. Yeah, I think I'll leave that. But maybe I'll do it from here. One's Amiya Tanuki, or the Candyman's Raccoon Dog Dance. It's about a tanuki. Dog Dance. It's about a tanuki entertaining children. Entertaining children by dancing and entertaining children by. Why's that cut? Man, why's it good? It feels so bad. Children by dancing children by dancing and transforming. The animation is getting a lot more The animation is getting a lot more complex than a decade earlier. The frequency a lot more complex than a decade earlier would be what anime? 1921. 1921. Obviously, we don't have. What about this one? I mean, Norman or GG, I can just use. GG? You have to crop the corners that again. I like this one apparently. Than a decade earlier. The frequency of it feels worse. I put them side by side, you're like, oh, and then the quality of this one's higher in restoration, but than a decade earlier. The frequency earlier. The frequency of motion is definitely increasing. I'm also like I'm also like 80% sure he transforms into a minstrel show performer at one point. acting. I'm also like 80% sure he transforms into a minstrel show performer at one point with big round lips and white at one point. Performer at one point with big round lips and white gloves he doesn't have in his Japanese form. Some white gloves he It's okay if I'm wrong about this, the creator can't get mad at me. They did. He doesn't have in his Japanese form. If you want to learn more about minstrelsy, The Lost Crusader has a really Ooh, is that drama?
You are now listening to Makarosu 8299.
I'd be
Doodle-doo-doo. Did I take a screenshot already? I feel like I might have. If I was smart, I would have. I did already. I need to grab another one. Do, 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 do. Form. If you want to learn more about minstrelsy, the relationship is a depiction of black people. 1930. Form. Do I have a drop shadow on this one? No, I don't think I do. Always makes it feel a little better in my eyes. Little drop shadow? Little drop shadow for you? What about you? Do you have a drop shadow? You do. Good. Good. Everyone deserves a drop shadow. You know what? You have a drop shadow. Japanese form. If you want to learn more about minstrelsy, The Lost Crusader. The Lost Crusader has a really interesting video on Japan and their relationship to the depiction of black people. 1931 also gave us Saru Masamune! Here we go! Pretty sure I talk about Saru Masamune for pretty much the rest of this section. This is all Saru Masamune. Do I have Saru Masamune? Saru Masamune? No. Oh, speaking of, I need to name this one properly. Cool. Tanuki? Yeah, nice. Ooh, shoulders are sore. My tea's gone cold. I was like, oh, 27 minutes in, that's crazy. No. No, we're not. I actually download the video I wanted. I can just zoom this one in, this is fine. When I'm just like explaining the anime, I can just use the clips. It's pretty easy. It only really becomes a problem if it's harder if I don't have a specific clip to show. If I'm like, oh yeah, and then he got ran over by a car, then I show the clip where he gets ran over by a car. That's like, the thought process is very easy. Whereas if I don't have that, like here for example, I have to pick something that matches visually. Which is, I would say harder. I wouldn't say hard, but it is harder. This is why I put this here, because otherwise it would have destroyed that bit. Yeah. See, I forethought.
Dance.
1931 also gave us Sarah.
Have him just appear forwards.
1931 also gave us Saru Masamune. Saru Masamune.
You know, it'd be really funny. Hold on. Cut there. I want it to like speed up, and that'd be really entertaining. Because this is kind of long. Alright, now if I go, hold on. Go back. Sarah Masamune goes there. So everything up to that point, from like here, I want to cut, and then I want it to merge seamlessly with this section, which might be hard. Okay, I think it might be easier if I grab this section, right? Drag it out. So I have the intro that I want to start with. Yeah. Cut that.
1931 or
Go to there. And I dragged out from there, so if I cut this...
Saru.
Yeah, so this is that middle section. And then I speed duration, like, 700 times. Whatever fits in this spot. Like, literally whatever fits exactly here. Maybe I cut that.
31 also gave us Saru. 1931 also gave us Saru Masamune, the first anime to have the genre military. The first anime to have the genre.
And then, yeah. Is this bit? He yells. He's a yelly man.
Military. It's about
Military. And I put that. Can I spell military? Next question of the day. Military. Military IO. And slow scale that, I reckon.
military. It's about a soldier who has to deliver a letter to his lord. a soldier who has to deliver a letter. Who has to deliver a letter to his lord. On his journey, he saves a monkey and its On his journey, he saves a monkey and its child and child.
In this scene, he's like, "This sword is too good for a monkey. Thank you for giving it to me."
And is gifted a sword. He uses and is gifted a sword. He used.
I'm paraphrasing this a lot, obviously.
He uses it to slay a boar, and then learns of a short. He uses it to slay a boar, and then.
I might cut this up a little bit, so go from here to when the boar comes into frame here, make it flow quicker.
He uses it to slay a boar. Uses it to slay a boar, and then.
Right, I know. Such this thing cut. Bye. Ba 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 da da bye. Bum, 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 da, 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 da.
And then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly, becoming a samurai. Becoming a samurai for his deeds. All in all, it was pretty entertaining. Because of the military genre, I was actively looking. Because of the military genre, I was actively looking for propaganda. So when the monkeys
Hey, what scene is that? Yeah, that's right.
So when the military
Freeze this.
because of the military genre, I was genre.
Slow scale the whole time here instead.
The military genre, I was actively looking for propaganda. So when the monkeys he saves start treating
What you saying? A boogie. Like they're bowing to him and then they carry him away. This is a bit much.
start treating him with reverence, it read weird. They even go so read weird.
You know, I'll leave that up there actually. Weird. No caps? Yes, caps. Text Gittle is good.
Weird. They even go so far as to carry him around for part of his journey. Was this just for fun, or was the Japanese soldier saving natives only for them to swear loyalty to him representing something? It pulls on a specific... They even go so far as to
I want to leave this whole
carry him
shot
around.
in, I think. How long is it? It's 10 seconds. The anime is from 1931.
Even go so far as to carry him around for part of his journey? Was this just for fun, or was the Japanese soldier saving natives only for them to swear loyalty to him?
I'm gonna have my me there. Yu-chan.
Or as to carry him around for part of his journey? Was this...
You do not need to be animated. Thanks, though.
Was this just for fun? Was this just for fun, or was the Japanese soldier saving natives only for them to swear loyalty to him representing something? It pulls on a specific folklore archetype where a person is
Gotta think for you, but I can't let go.
archetype where a person is rewarded for showing kindness to an animal. So maybe the military aspect is that he's just a soldier. However, this was made.
Mars. I want Mars something. Two of us. The two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. Excuse me for not knowing the lyrics. If we try, just the two of us. Just the two of us. Castles in the sky. Just the two of us. No, I'm not here for this. I'm here for... God, how far back was it? I'm pretty sure it's called Mars something. The clip I want, or from the anime I want. So let me just find that. Mars. Mars. Marge. Marge Red. Just a really good shot. Actually, that one's a bit quick, if I remember correctly.
Directing Kobutori Hanasaka G.
Don't want the latest Windows. Stop asking me. My PC's been annoying me recently. I love it, but... Oh, this section might be a little bland. Because we talk about one anime for so long. Saru Masamune. Let's actually have a listen. Cool.
1931 also gave us Saru Masamune, the first anime to have the genre military. It's about a soldier who has to deliver a letter to his lord. On his journey, he saves a monkey and its child and is gifted a sword. He uses it to slay a boar, and then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly, becoming a samurai for his deeds. All in all, it was pretty entertaining. Because of the military genre, I was actively looking for propaganda. So when the monkeys he saves start treating him with reverence, it read weird. They even go so far as to carry him around for part of his journey. Was this just for fun, or was the Japanese soldier saving natives only for them to swear loyalty to him representing something? It pulls on a specific folklore archetype, where a person is rewarded for showing kindness to an animal. So maybe the military aspect is that he's just a soldier. However, this was made just before one of Japan's most intense periods.
I think that's pretty good. And then we'll find something. What do I want? Do I have anything in this folder that would, like, show Japanese imperialism necessarily? I mean, Black Lagoon episode 1, when they ditch him, could be good. Hold on, where is that? This one does the job. I don't know if I've used Black Lagoon yet in this video. I'm pretty sure I have, but I'll mark it anyway.
Intense periods of imperialism, so like, you know, it was directed by Murata Yasuda.
I don't love that I have, like, maybe I want, how much can I get out of this? Yeah, like this.
Most intense periods of imperialism, so like, you know, it was directed.
Yes. Do I know? Maybe. Who knows? Almost done though! Yippee! Then I can go lay down for a bit. Just the two of us. Oh, did I pause it? Did it end? I think it ended. The song? Yeah, it's only 25 minutes. Let's move. City Pop Mix.
Intense periods of imperialism, so like, you know, it was directed by Murata Yasuda. Of imperialism, so like,
Make it crunchier. Oh. 3. 4.
Like, you know, it was directed.
Fuck off that, there you go. Give me my blue back. My Vaporwave Space Filler.
It was directed by Murata Yasuji.
Right, Murata Yasuji. Murata Yasuji. Thank you. This is he. Did I spell that right? Yes. No, I didn't. Hold on. I gotta rename that. Yeah. Suji. Yes. Suji. What is your problem with this file? Is it because I renamed it? Huh? Yeah, I'll let that reload. It seems to be freaking out. It saved as a JPEG, I thought. Was I not paying attention? Did it not? Yeah, it did save as a JPEG. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for that to reopen. It's a big folder. And now I can drag it in. I knew it.
No, it was directed by Murata Yasuji, who was quite prolific in the late 20s, directing Kobutori. Directed by Murata Yasuji, who was quite prolific in the late 20s, directing Kobutori.
Kobutori. Pretty sure I've seen all of these in the video so far.
Kobutori Hanasaki.
It likes to freeze. Oh. Pretty yawn. Has it crashed? Oh yeah, okay. It's crashed in the way that it likes to crash. I can't just delete Hanasaka G-Sensor. Let me... Let's not save. Whatever I just did, let's not save it. Go back. Do it again. I don't know what that error is. Where sometimes I just import something and then it freaks out. It saves so frequently. Probably just lost the Yasuji Murata bit. No, I haven't even lost that. And I can still draw. Okay, cool. What's that called? Whispering? Whatever.
It was directed by Murata Yasuji. It was directed by Murata Yasuji, who was quite prolific in the late 20s, directing Kobutori, Hanasaka
G. Cool. Okay. So, gonna let this load. Don't want it to freak out on me again. Hanasaka G-san, is that fine? We allowed to look at this one? The visuals are frozen though, which I appreciate, as always. Cool.
Hanasaka Ji-san, and
Cool.
Taku Nahone. San and Taku Nahone. By the 30s, the storytelling and animation of his projects had improved.
What else did Suji Murata do? What's one of his later movies? He did Corporal Norakuro? Well, which one's Corporal Norakuro? 1922 Norakuro? Was this one? Norakuro of the Fierce Dog Brigade. Who worked on it? Because that's the original creator. It's Corporal Norakuro. That's his 1934. What am I looking at? 1934 Norakuro Gongcho. Norakuro Gongcho. Oh, Gocho. Is this the right one? Oh, no, I think it's the later one. There's a couple. Maybe it's this one? No, which one is this one? Corporal Norakuro, let's find... English dubbed? I don't want the English dub, sorry. Yeah, the actual animation is definitely getting better. I don't know which anime this is though. Norakuro, and then 1934 has Norakuro Gongcho, but I don't know if that's him. I do know this is him. What else they do? NFC. This seems useful though. Can I save video? Can I actually? Web video file. Okay. Let's try saving this. And this is an MP4? Fascinating. I'm gonna save. Drag it in. Nah, file format's not supported. Ah, okay, that's fair. I thought that might be the case. I do have it on YouTube. Just the quality's a bit shit. You know, I'll just use this. Have him talking here.
Kunohone. By the 30s, the storytelling and animation of his projects had improved immensely. Murata Yasuji was a
Let's cut it here. Cut like that. And then, yeah. You know, I don't think I need to show him here. I think I really like this one, so I'm just going to show more of this one.
had improved immensely. Murata Yasuji was a master of cutout animation. He continued directing for the next few years.
I like that he does. I just like the shot, so you keep using it.
Continued directing for the next few years before leaving the door open for the next generation of Japanese
That. Like that, maybe? You know what? It has been... How long have I been editing? 2 hours and 14 minutes. That's pretty good.
Before leaving the door open for the next generation of Japanese animators.
It's okay. Section is okay. Did I delete any of the sound effects I wanted? I'm not sure. I'm going to grab this here now, and I'm going to go bloop. And I didn't need this one, but that's fine. And then I'm going to merge this and this. Click together strong. Okay, there you go. So let's so where am I at currently? 22 minutes and 30 seconds.
This era has quite a lot more anime at 75 in a 15-ish year period. Still a far cry from the 389 anime that came out in 2024. Side note, finding the total number of anime in 2024 was a pain. Seemingly nobody could agree, so I just looked at AniChart and added the 4 seasons together. Not sure if these numbers count leftovers between each season, but that's a problem for future us. But it works for illustrative purposes. Tangent over. Let's check out some 1930s anime, shall we? The first anime we have in this time period is 1931's Amiya Tanuki, or The Candyman's Raccoon Dog Dance. It's about a tanuki entertaining children by dancing and transforming. The animation is getting a entertaining children by dancing and transforming. The animation is getting a lot more complex than a decade earlier. The frequency of motion is definitely increasing. I'm also like 80% sure he transforms into a minstrel show performer at one point with big round lips and white gloves. He doesn't have in his Japanese form. If you want to learn more about minstrelsy, The Lost Crusader has a really interesting video on Japan and their relationship to the depiction of black people.
I'm gonna put links in the description.
Video on Japan and their relationship to the depiction of black people. 1931 also gave us Saru Masamune, the first anime to have the genre military. It's about a soldier who has to deliver a letter to his lord. On his journey, he saves a monkey and its child and is gifted a sword. He uses it to slay a boar, and then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter.
It's very, you know, this.
He uses it to slay a boar, and then learns of a shortcut which lets him deliver the letter quickly, becoming a samurai for his deeds. All in all, it was pretty entertaining. Because of the military genre, I was
What are we doing here? What's this? That's fine, I can cut that.
Because of the military genre, I was actively looking for propaganda. So when the monkeys he saves start treating him with reverence, it read weird. They even go so far as to carry him around for part of his journey. Was this just for fun, or was the Japanese soldier saving native
I don't know how I feel about the fade in.
his journey? Was this just for fun, or was the Japanese soldier saving natives only for them to swear loyalty to him, representing something? It pulls on a specific folklore archetype, where a person is rewarded for showing kindness to an animal. So maybe the military aspect is that he's just a soldier. However, this was made just before one of Japan's most intense periods of imperialism, so like, you know? It was directed by Murata Yasuji, who was quite prolific in the late 20s, directing Kobutori, Hanasaka Jisan, and
Ooh, I didn't like that mouth click.
Hanasaka Jisan.
I can get rid of that though. It's like right there, right?
Hanasaka Jisan,
Yeah.
and Taku Nahone. By the 30s, the storytelling and animation of his projects had improved immensely. Murata Yasuji was a master of cutout animation. He continued directing for the next few years before leaving the door open for the next generation of Japanese animators.
Honestly, I think the transition there could be... Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba. I think I honestly, it might just work better if the next line is like just Kenzo Masaoka, but that's for next time. Hopefully, I mean, ideally later today, I get started on that. Because that's what, 2 minutes, is probably another like 10-ish this week, which is totally doable. So there's like a little bit more here. So maybe about the same thing here. And then this will be 26, and then we'll have a couple of anime plus the ending section, and then we move on to the next bit. This is achievable, this is doable, I can finish this by Christmas. Ba-da-boop.